Shopping? Oh, yeah. I almost had him back. I was like...
Video, hello.
We're on?
Yes, live.
Okay.
Yoshua very much. I wish Yoshua would come back. He's such a nice guy.
He is a really nice guy. It's a shame nobody told him when he was here. Okay. Daf Chav Gimel. It's always great when you get up in the morning early and then Ami Magazine calls you and they're on the phone with you for an hour. Yeah. The article's out already.
It's out?
It's basically printed. It's like they show me the whole format and everything.
You got a sign of a good magazine that you just put it together this last minute? Or?
I don't know. It's a good thing he's not here.
This week, right? Why didn't you?
He gave him a call?
He said it has to be. He wants to go through it and. Yeah. All right. Let's say this. Zok the Mishnah. Daf Chav Gimel Amud on the top. Hamagdish nechosov v'hoysa olav ksuvas isha. Somebody decided to give everything away to Hegdish. And of course, before he gave it away, he was already meshuabad to his wife. We're concerned that he's going to make some sort of deal with his wife. He's going to say, look, let's get divorced for a few minutes. You go get the ksuba from Hegdish, and then we're going to benefit from it. So in order to prevent that, we say that this gentleman has to make a neder that he's not going to have anything to do with this woman ever again. No, we're not concerned when it comes to Hegdish, as the Gemara explains. If a person guaranteed a woman's ksuba, he told this woman, listen, I know the guy you're marrying doesn't have money, but don't worry, you marry him. I guarantee you, if he ever divorces you, I'll give you the ksuba. Now, this guy really doesn't have money. He's desperate. So what is he going to do? He tells his new wife, look, let's get divorced real quickly. That guy that promised the ksuba, he'll give us a ksuba. And we'll both benefit from it, and we'll just make a second chasana. What's the big deal? It's a mitzvah. It's actually a mitzvah. Machzik Rishasai. V'hoya ba'la megarsha. Yadirena ana. So he must, the husband has to be mudrana, shemayase kinunya al nechosim shalzeh v'yachzer zishtoi. Maybe he'll make a deal with his wife, he'll divorce her, and then he'll take her back, and everything will be good. There's a maisa, I don't know if it's a true story. What? He's stealing from the Arav. It's not ethical. The Arav said he'll guarantee the ksuba if they get divorced, but this is a fake divorce. They're getting married tomorrow. Yes, technically, halachically, they got divorced, but that's not what he meant. He meant if the woman is going to be out of a ksuba, not to support a couple in Koilel.
Once a husband has got the money,
yeah,
come back to the husband and say the husband.
Right, but he could use the money real quickly.
Yeah.
He could. By the way, Rabbi Schoenberg, my father-in-law called me up yesterday. He hardly ever calls me. He says, listen, I want to tell you that I thought about what that accounting guy said. He was talking about you. He says, by the way, you have really good learners in your shir. And he thought about it and he said, I think he's right. The balance of the assets and he said, because otherwise, why are people worth 4 zuz? He says, it should be minus. He says, every person is worth 4 zuz. How's that? Because we don't look at the balance like you said. That's what he said. So I'm letting you, he made me a shliach to tell you. That's what he thought. All right. My father-in-law's thinking learning. He's on the plane. He's thinking learning. Oh, Givaldik. What? He's not watching, so I'm not even, it's not about him. Oh, so there's a Givaldik Maisa. I don't know if it's true, but the story is a good story. It's something Nachman Seltzer wouldn't print. But the story goes like this, that they said about the Boston Rebbe, he calls in his son-in-law into the office, says, listen, I watched the video of the chasana. It was a beautiful chasana last week. I watched the video, and I noticed that under the chuppah, while you're giving the ring, you are mechaven. You had zero kavana. What kind of business is this? I think you have to redo it. You can't just redo it. You have to give a get and redo it b'kavana. Let's bring Eidim. Here's a new ring. So Chas says, okay, the Shver, okay, the Rebbe said. So he goes, he gives a get. And he takes the ring. He says, no. The first part was good. The second part, let's leave for a different time. Okay, so that was the Maisa. But anyways, over here, we're choishish that there's a first part, and there's going to be a second part. He's going to remarry her right away. And that's a Knunya. Zog the Gemara b'Maikom Ivli. Yeah, it's an interesting story. I don't know if it's true or not. Maybe it was somebody else. B'Maikom Ivli, and it could be halachically. I don't know how halachically that works. If it's like I forgot the halacha already. Fooling somebody into doing something like that. Okay, he said right on. He wanted, and then he just whatever.
I don't quite understand how you got married.
Oh, and I got to talk to you, Nathan, about your Rambam that you said. Treifa. You showed me that a treifa, you're chayiv misa if you kill a treifa?
Treifa, no.
What?
Not treifa, but only voices.
No, but what if you kill a treifa?
You're not chayiv.
You're not chayiv. Oh, but that's what I was saying. Okay, you brought it right to me. I didn't read it well. Okay, fine.
Voices is a treifa.
B'maikom ifligi. So what's machlokes in the Mishnah whether or not you have to make a neder when you're trying to take nechasim out of hegdish, or when you divorce your wife? Rabbi Eliezer savar odam oisek kinunyan al hegdish. Is a person crazy enough to try to rip hegdish off? He's going to divorce his wife, so his wife could get her ksuba out of hegdish, and then he's going to remarry his wife. And who is he harming? Hegdish. People don't harm hegdish. Rabbi Yeshua savar ein odam oisek kinunyan al hegdish. People don't, and Rabbi Eliezer says they do, and that's machlokes. Velahod amar Rav Huna shchim mirash hegdish kol nechasav amar manal plani biyadi. A guy is dying, and he says, everything of mine is hegdish. And then he says, by the way, when I meant everything, I meant minus that $100 I owe Pliny. Neman. Chazaka in Adam Yisaknuya al hegdish. We have a chazaka, and it doesn't seem like anybody argues. People don't make deals against hegdish. Yeah, you want to rip off your friend, that's one thing, but who you're going to go to Beis Hamikdash, rip off the Beis Hamikdash? You got to be crazy. Lema kitana what? Yeah, exactly. Leimel kitanoi, that's exactly the point of the Gemara, by the way. Leimel kitanoi, amr l'shmaitzi, what? So you're telling me there is actually machloikis that it doesn't seem, Rav Huna just says it straight out as if nobody argues with this. Loi atkan loi pligi ele bebari. No, there's no machloikis in Rav Huna's case. The machloikis is in our case when the guy is alive and well, and he has to benefit. It's not an hour before he dies, he has his whole life in front of him. That he's literally an hour before his death. There's no reason why you should do an Avera right before he dies, so that who should benefit? Is Yarshim should benefit? That nobody does. Even one step more. Some people say that by Bari Kul that when it comes to a healthy person, nobody's going to do. By me it says Ein Adam. And we had this a bunch of times. Maybe everything we had already a bunch of times. I should stop saying that. There's different madregas of nedarim. There's a neder that a person says between himself and his friend. That's the lowest level neder, because you can just go to any rabbi and say, I didn't mean it. And the guy's going to say, okay, no problem. Weiter, no neder. But then you have a neder that you did birabim. And that's a lot stronger. So in other words, if it was done b'yachid, it's a joke. That's not what we're talking about here, that a guy's going to make a neder, he's not going to remarry his wife. If he did it between himself and his wife, nobody cares about that. But what happened was, he got up in shul and he says, Rabbi Isai, I'm never going to marry this woman again. Okay, so now this is a strong neder. Mar Savar Yeshua says, Yesh le'afar, afal pikein. Guy is mshug, he got up in front of the whole shul, you go to the Rav, and you say, look, he was going through a situation, he had a bad matzav that day, we're moichalim. Well, Mar Savar ein le'afar. That's it. Maybe you have to ask everybody, whatever the halacha is. It's a much stronger neder. Yeah, but there's nothing to do with it. The neder is a neder. Mitzvah he mitzvah her. It's a mitzvah to shake a lulav, but the guy made a big neder in front of the whole shul. No. Everybody agrees that such a neder in front of everybody is you can get out of it. So now you're talking about the third step. Talking about al das rabbim. It's not just in front of rabbim, it's al das rabbim. He's telling everybody, I want you to think about my neder, I want it to be with your das, with your mind. Now you can't just go to a Rav and say, hey, get me out of this. You have to bring the whole shul to the Rav. Everybody made that neder. It's kilu, everybody made the neder. And it's machlokes if you could get out of it or not. So if you could get out of it, so says Rabbi Shua, there's no point of making a neder then. What's the point of a husband making a neder? I'm never going to marry my wife. He's going to go tomorrow to the Rav and say, look, I did it in front of everybody. I'll das everybody. Get me out of this. The Rav will get him out of it. And they're going to use the property of Hegdish. So what's the point of making him make a neder? Rabbi Shua is not going to put him through a step they could get out of.
Yes, I'm sorry, I don't understand.
By
Very effectively.
the way, I noticed that because of you, I get to drink a lot. Yeah.
I get to say
We have a thing. You ask me the kasha, I make the bracha, and then we go back. Yeah.
What does Adas Rabbi mean? Why
That they agree to the nether.
They agree to the nether?
Yeah.
And
They're into it. They think it's a great thing.
You've got to get them all to agree.
You have to get them all into
they're
Bezdin.
witnesses, they agree.
No, he says, I'm doing it on your das, and they say yes. Go ahead.
And if one of them says, no, I don't agree.
Okay, so it's not al das Rabbim. He has a whole shul, all his friends. He says, Rabbi say I'm making a nether. I need it to be the strongest nether. And I can never get out of this. I never want to be with this woman again. Al das Rabbi, you mask him. Yes, mask him. Never marry. She's mamish, a terrible woman.
Say, only they are the Eidim. It's a waste of time because everybody else is.
But they all say they all make the nethers. Kilo, they're making a nether. I don't know exactly all the steps, but that's what it is. Al das Rabbi.
It's almost impossible to do nothing.
It sounds like he's saying the other way around. He's saying, I'll only be matter my nether if all of you agree. He's making it like a t'nai in his nether, that I'm only going to be matter.
He's talking about that Torah's nedarim.
Meaning he's making a nether, I'll das everybody. That
Yeah.
In order to break this nether, I would need everybody.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. He said, I am making this nether. If you all agree, do you all agree? Yes, we all agree. Now, to the next day. No, you're not saying that.
Making the nether. It has nothing to do with them. The nether has nothing to do with them.
Just what that Torah's nether.
Sort of saying, yeah, the Torah. I'm only going to do it
Okay.
if all of you agree to it.
So how do you say aldas? Oh, the Torah's aldas. You're saying that Torah's aldas. Okay. I don't know. It doesn't sound like that, but okay. I'll take it. As the Gemara, Velahod Omar Ameimar Neder Shuhuda Barabim Yesh Le'afara. Aldas Rabim Ein Le'afara. Ameimar says straight. There's no machloikis. He says something. He says that Aldas Rabim. There's no way to get out of it. Leime Ketanoya Amar L'Shmait say what? There is a machloikis. He says it as if there's no machloikis. V'su, and another question. Rabbi Shua Eimer Eni Tzarech. He doesn't need to make this neder. Eni Mayam L'Bayalei. Rabbi Shua should say, I really want him to make a neder, tzarech, but it doesn't work. What should I do? It's not going to work. Not that any tzarech, there is a need for it. It's a different shaila. Whether somebody is magdish something, could you go later on to a rav and say, I want to get out of this. It's a hegdish and I want to get out of it. And some people say that because it's hegdish, there's no way out. Oh, if there's no way out, now we're coming with a different svara a little bit, a reverse svara. Since there's no way out, then he's going to make a knunya. Before we weren't saying that. He's so stuck, he's in a corner, we put him in a position that he has no way out. It's hegdish. Hegdish, you never go to the Rav. You never go to the Rav, so I have to make a trick here. I have to get together with my wife, pretend we're getting divorced, grab it from Hegdish, and then go back to a marriage. That's the problem. Vatanya, and I'll prove it to you. Hamagdish nechosov v'hoisol of ksubas isha. He was magdish all his belongings, but of course he had a prior obligation to his wife. Rabbi Lezer oimer kshu megarsha yidor hano. Our machloikis Rabbi Shua oimer eino tzarech. He doesn't have to make a neder against her. V'omer Rabbi Lazar, Rabbi Shimon, hein divrei Bishamai. This what Rabbi Eliezer said is like Bishamai. Hein divrei Bishamai. This is all machloikis. Rashi brings the machloikis. If in Hegdish, a guy says the first white cow that comes out of the door, I'm being magdish it. What comes out first? A black one. Says Bishamai, too bad. He made a little bit of a mistake. He got confused between white and black. It's Hegdish. In other words, Tos Hegdish is Hegdish. And Basil say no. Even though he said Mefurish white, he meant white. That's it. There's no. But according to Bishamai, they say Tos Hegdish, meaning even if I make a mistake, it's Hegdish. So I can't go to the Rav and say, look, I made a mistake. What are you going to tell the Rav? You're going to tell him I made a mistake. I know you made a mistake. But in Hegdish, there's no mistakes. Even if you make a mistake.
You're telling me it's a mistake.
What?
There's no mistake here.
You're saying you just,
There was no mistake. He says, okay,
no, he meant the first one. What we're saying is he meant the first one. The white and black didn't make so much of a difference to him.
And if his daughter
Are you
comes
sure
out
that he
first,
didn't?
Yeah, what about if his daughter comes out?
The first, the white one comes out first, I'll make it heckish, and if not, I won't. Maybe make
No,
it
he didn't say that. He said the first white. So we take his words like plugging the bur kind of. But the point is over there in that sugi, whatever the pshan that sugi is, the point was that tos hegdish. It has to do with a mistaken hegdish. Some sort of the black and white was a little bit of a mistake. He meant the first
you
one.
need another drink. Because if a person sells his property to someone
Yeah.
else, there is a lien on the property forever for the ksuba. If somebody buys, if I
Hold
buy
on,
a
hold on.
field from somebody,
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure whether this guy has actually left money for a ksuba for his wife,
Yeah.
right? Does this sort of kind of if I'm not able to...
Yeah. So the Gemara is gonna talk about that. The Gemara is gonna mention that svara. What? No. What are you saying? What are you saying, Judah?
That the words that he said is Shor Lavan Hayotze
Rishon.
Rishon.
Yeah.
So it's the first one because we're focused on the last words.
We're told the last words, not
Okay.
like you said in English. It's not the first one that comes out white. It's the first one, it's the white one that comes out first.
Ah.
We're basically,
I hear.
Not giving it-
But what does that have to do with toes? What shaykh is the toes?
we're
Okay.
grabbing on the
I'm
last
saying it's that sugya. So without getting into that sugya, I don't know the sugya well. Without getting into the sugya, you see, Bishami holds toes hegdish is hegdish, and Basil say toes hegdish is not hegdish, and therefore Rabbi Yeshua holds like Basil. Shebishami over hegdish toes hegdish, or Basil over hegdish toes einoi hegdish. Okay. Now the Mishnah continued. The second part of the Mishnah was that if a guy was an arev, he took upon himself to pay the woman's ksuba. That you have to, if the person divorces his wife, it's a great trick, right? This millionaire tells the woman, listen, marry this guy. I know he's never going to divorce you, and if he does, $10 million. Don't worry about it. It's on me. So the husband says, $10 million? Get divorced today. Not only that, we'll take a little bit of 10 million, make a nice chasana and the nicest hall. We'll renew our vows, and we have $9.9 million left in the account. And Givaldik, what's the problem? It's a great trick. So no, you have to make a neder that you're never going to marry her again. Says the Gemara, I love this Maisa. It's a little sad.
I do that anyway.
What?
I do that anyway.
What do you mean? Oh, without it?
Split it and not release the
Yeah, okay. Like a side deal under the table. Moshe bar Atzori Arvo de Kalse Hava. Listen to this Moir de Kemaisa. There's a very wealthy guy. His name was Moshe bar Atzri. Now his own son, V'Rav Huna Berei Tzurva Mirabanan Hava Udchikele Milsa. It happens all the time. A guy is extremely wealthy. His son is in Kailal, a very, very poor guy. I saw this with my own eyes. Rabbi say, a Maisa Shaya. I don't want to get into great details, but I saw a guy, a very wealthy guy. He got an inheritance. He got a house, and it was nothing for him, zero. So what did he do? He took the house and divided it up between his children. And I was there when it happened. He has one of his children made a tremendous exit. He had a company, made a tremendous, a very wealthy guy. He takes the house, divides it up, and gives it to this wealthy kid, gives it to his other kids. But the child that lives in Eretz Yisrael in Koilel says no, he doesn't get anything. Nothing, because he's a Koilel guy. Koilel guy has to learn how to live like a Koilel guy. You don't give him, I can't spoil him, he's going to get all this money. And he gives the money to the guy that had to exit. I'm saying, I couldn't believe it. I'm looking, I said, how do you? No, it's a shita. My son's in Koilel, he chose that lifestyle. He's not going to drive a car, he's not going to, fine.
I disagree with that lifestyle.
Okay, we could all disagree. I'm telling you, I saw it with my own eyes. So Mamela, here's the guy, a very wealthy guy. This is the Maisa right here. It's in the Gemara. It didn't start today. You have people with this hashkafa back then. Yeah, a very wealthy guy. His son is a Talmud Chacham, the Gemara says. Not Stam a guy. Tzurva Mirabana, he's a Talmud Chacham. Utchikolei Milsa, he's very poor. Omer Abaye, I have a great idea. But what happened? The father-in-law, the father of this Talmud Chacham tells his daughter-in-law, don't you worry. You marry my son, I promise you, I'll take care of the ksuba. Says Abaya, why doesn't anybody go and say quietly, divorce her for 2 minutes, and we'll get the shver. The shver will pay up. Azoi zok the Gemara. It's in the Gemara here. Omar Abaya, leked denaz be'etzel Rav Huna. Can't anybody go to this Rav Huna and tell him quietly what to do? The Garish l'visu v'tit b'ksuba ksuba someavo. Let her get the ksuba from her father. V'lahadrim elder, and they'll get married. Omelei Rava v'hanan yidu hanotnan. What do you gain? Anytime you divorce your wife, you have to make a neder. You're not going to divorce. You're not going to marry her. V'abayis. So what's Abai going to taina? Or to call the megarish b'veidina megarish. He's going to divorce his wife privately. He's not going to make a whole, and nobody's going to tell him to make a neder. Memel is no neder. So all the Rishonim don't understand what's going on here. Okay, he didn't make a neder, but now the daughter-in-law is going to come to the father-in-law and say, "Hey, Pop, pay up." So he's going to say, "Make a neder." He's not going to pay. You have to make a neder now. So says the Shita. So you see from here that once you get divorced, you don't make a neder.
Prior to that divorce, too late.
It's too late. Ask the Shita, and all these Rishonim ask, what do you mean you don't make a neder after you get divorced? So then everybody's going to make a knunya, everybody's going to make a deal with each other, they're going to get divorced privately. What do you gain? Everybody's going to go ahead and get divorced, and it's not going to be, you're still going to have the original problem. You're trying to avoid a problem, say everybody gets divorced to make a neder. So this chacham is going to go in a room, give his wife a get, have two eidim. Oh, I forgot to make a neder. You want me to make a neder? No, it's too late. So I think if you think about it for 5 seconds, there's a murder answer. You'll have a lot of no. Think about it for 5 seconds. Over here, what's the case? The case is that the tzuvim rabbanon is going to divorce his wife, who's going to go to her father-in-law to collect a ksuba, and he's going to say, make a shvuah. Think about why over here it doesn't apply.
Father of the husband?
Father of the chassan. Father of the chassan. No, the father-in-law of the kala. The father-in-law of the kala. Rav Huna's father is wealthy. So the Rishonim say, I thought it was a great chap. What's going to happen? The father-in-law is going to tell his son, his own son, make a shvur that you're never going to marry her. Okay. And he's going to pay her. And what is she going to do with all the money? She's going to marry Joe Schmo, another guy. So his money is going to go into the toilet. He'd rather not make his son make a shvuah, so they get remarried again. So they got him good, but at least his money, the money's in the family. Why would the father-in-law say that? Why would the father-in-law make his son make a shvuah? It's the mother of his grandchildren. It's the wife of his son. Okay, so they pulled a good shtick on him. But at the end of the day, it doesn't make sense for him to force her to marry somebody else.
Love to see their young people.
It's a good it's a good chab.
Wasn't Rav Huna a kohen?
What? Yeah. What are you doing? Hello. He remembers the whole thing from last. I don't think he learned.
Spoiler.
Is the the water spoiled already? We need new water from. I know. I heard.
A kohen wouldn't need to make a shvuah.
Well, but not because you never married.
Right. Exactly. Zokti Gemara l'Soifek Loi Milsa the Kohen Hava. Everybody discovered that Rav Huna was a Kohen. Omer Abaya Basar Anya Ozlani. So we say it in English: the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. Unfortunately for the poor people, there's always some mazel that always hits them. There's nothing to do with them not having money. They have a certain mazel because Baruch Hu doesn't want them. So his mazel was that he can't do the trick because he's a Kohen. Fine. Zokti Gemara Omi Omer Abaya Hachi. Would Abaya really whisper to Rav Huna to get divorced, to make a trick against his own father? V'amar Abaya, Ezu Rasha Arum. So there's a Mishnah in Ksubis, Rashi says, that a person says, Saita? Rashi says Ksubis. Rashi says that a person says, listen, I want you to have my property. He's passing away, he's a shchivra, he's passing away. He says, look, everything is mine, all my stuff is yours. You could benefit from it all the way till you die. But when you die, it goes to Shimon. Okay? You enjoy it, gesundheit. I can't enjoy it anymore. You enjoy it, but when you go, instead of going to your Yoshim, it goes to Shimon, another family. So what does this guy do, this Chacham? He says, it's mine. It's mine right now. I'm going to sell it. The cash doesn't go to the other people. It's my cash. That's a Rasha Arum. Because in his words, you see that the Shchimera doesn't want you to sell it. He wants it to go. He has a plan. He wants to go from you to him to him. You did a trick, and you took it away from what the guy wanted. Rosh Hashanah, Reb Shimon Gamliel says it works. Machlok is whether it works or not. Could be no. The guy is mamish stark about it. No, it works. You're Russia. So what about over here? It works. You're Russia. Why is Abai giving him advice to do rishis? Says the Gemara, that's what you were saying before. No, talking about a Talmud Chacham, you're talking about his own son. It's good to get it out of this guy with the weird hashkafa. He has all the money in the bank. He's going to give it to his Amaratim children and not to the Koil guy. Let's take an eitzah here. Let's chop it away from him. Oh yeah. You're right. That's what you did say. Yeah.
So you get the mass is
yeah.
that it's an Indian for father to support his son, even if there's nothing.
Wow, that's a far stretch. I don't know how you jump from.
It's different. His own son he's got.
Yeah, but he's talking about to guarantee a ksuba that if his son gets divorced.
Normally, if a son is falling on hard times, the father should be supporting him.
Yeah, okay, that's logic. I don't know if you need a Yad Ramah for that.
Father can say to his 2-year-old baby.
Zog the Gemara, v'teipuglei.
It's a mitzvah to do that.
V'teipuglei, the order the ksuba loy mishtabed. Okay, fine. L'maisa, Yosef, we don't need Yeshua for the 50 minutes. We got you. Now all we need is the coffee guy. The 50-minute guy we got. We got Noam. Okay, fine. I don't know if he's masking. He'll be back. Don't worry about it. He'll be back. I almost had him. I was this close. It's a day or two. He'll be back.
Did everyone message him and tell him that we missed him?
I don't think you. Whatever. Don't go. Do not go. This is my call to visit him. That's the Gemara. At the end of the day, as we're going to see in a second, when a person guarantees a ksuba, it's nothing. It's a joke. Why? Gemara says he's trying to do a mitzvah here. He's playing around with the chasen and kala. He tells the kala, yeah, don't worry, I'll pay. Just get married. He wants to get married. He's a shatchan. He doesn't mean seriously he's going to pay ksuba. He's trying to do a mitzvah. Doesn't work. That's what the Gemara says.
Nowadays when we do it,
Dariv ksuba loy mishtabed. A guy that guarantees a ksuba, it's nothing. He doesn't mean it.
nowadays we do it, it's more of a kid.
Kabul. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what the Gemara says. But look at, I don't know how it works exactly, because look at what the Gemara says. Says the Gemara, top of Amud Beis, Kablin Hava. He is the more serious type of Arev, called a Kablon. That's not a joke. You can't get out of it. So look at Rashi for a second, top Rashi. Look what Rashi says, very interesting. Shitfiso Ravhuna mitadalik subasa. Ravuna, the poor guy, gave his wife some sort of object. Vihi hishlimasam laviv. And she went and she gave those objects in return to her father-in-law. And because of that, he became a Kabbalah, says Rashi. It wasn't Stam, says Rashi, that the father-in-law, it wasn't that, I'm Arav Kabbalah. How did she get him to become Arav Kabbalah? By her giving him nechasim. It's interesting, Rashi. It was a physical interaction here. It wasn't Stam and Amira, I'm a Kabbalah, versus a guy that says, I'm an Arav. So maybe that's what you're saying, that we do a physical thing. We go like this, we take a handkerchief, a Kenyan Kabbalah, I don't know.
That's a consideration.
Hold on, what are you saying?
That's the consideration.
Physical consideration. Yeah.
He explains very nicely the difference between Arab and Arab Kaplan.
Yeah.
An Arab Kaplan is standing as if he's the loiver. An Arab just says, if he doesn't do it.
Right, and halachically you don't have to go to the loiv even. You go directly. Yeah, as Arab Kaplan.
Arab Kaplan is I'm taking the
yeah. Very good. Zog the Gemara nichlam and Omar Kablon afagav the lesli nechosim leloiv mishtabed elo lemand Omar lesli mishtabed lesli mishtabed. We're going to see in a second of Machloikis. Does the loiva have to have property when the guy takes upon himself the arvos? Because the guy becoming a guarantor, he wants to make sure that he's not going to be stuck with this loan. So he says to himself, "Listen, let me check. The guy has what to pay with. Okay, I'll be a kablan. I'll be an arv. like we discussed a few times, do not become arevim. It's not a good thing. Unless you really know what you're doing. Don't, unless you're prepared to lose the money, exactly. Be prepared if you can afford it and you're prepared, but don't go signing people's diras like it's a joke. So over here, you see that the guy has money, he has assets, he has jewelry, whatever, he just doesn't have cash. So you were Arif. But if a guy doesn't have anything, maybe you're not mishabed. Then even if you say it, you don't really mean it. It's not chal. Leslie loy mishtabed, Michael and Meimar. But Rav Huna was very poor. We're assuming that Rav Huna is poor today. He was poor yesterday. His situation didn't change much since the day he got married, right? He's in Koilel today. He was in yeshiva before. No. We're talking about why was his father an Arev B'chlal? How was the Arvus Chal if his own son had nothing to pay it back with? His father is looking at his son and saying, look, the guy just came out of yeshiva, he's going into koilel, he has no future when it comes to nechasim. So I'm not going to be his Arv. I told the wife, I'm guaranteeing it, I lied. Because when you don't have nechasim, the Arvus is not chal. And the son didn't have nechasim. Says the Gemara, he did have nechasim. Vishtadov, they got lost. We're talking about a father and a son here. So there's different rules there. He's going to be mishabed. He wants his son to get a good wife. He tells the wife whatever she needs to hear, and he means it.
Maybe that's why she grabbed him and told him and gave it to her father.
Why? Because you want him to be Arif.
No, because she was worried that he's going to lose the money.
Hill has good pshatim. He's a ani, and after anios goes the bad mazel. And ishtadov. You see, he has bad luck. Whatever he has, bye. V'boy seima aliyah. Di'itmar orev. So what's the machlokes? Orev diksubo dirah kolim ishtabed. A regular orev, everybody agrees, is a joke. A person could say whatever he wants, that he's going to take a guarantee for the ksuba. He never means it. Nobody argues with this. Kablon, why? Two pshatim, two reasons. What's behind it? One pshat I said is because everybody wants the couple to get married. They'll say whatever it takes. We know from Shatchanim, whatever it takes. I'll guarantee it. Don't worry about it. I'll guarantee it. And the other thing is that at the end of the day, he never caused the loss here. He made this woman get married to this man. It's a gain. She gained. She gained the husband. Everybody wants a husband. He fooled her into it, but he didn't pull money out of her bank account. When it comes to chayiv, that's big news. If you give this guy $1 million, I'll guarantee it. So you just made that guy give $1 million. You caused the loss. Over here, you didn't cause the loss. Arev de b'chayiv, but in the opposite. When you cause somebody to take money out of his bank account, and you're causing him a loss, and there's no mitzvah, the kabla, the ksuba, and the really strong arev called the kabla when it comes to ksuba, pligi. Well, it depends. You need that the loiva or the husband should have something to back it up. And there's another one that says no, he doesn't have to have anything. If he's a kablan, he took upon himself the strongest one, even by ksuba is mishabed.
If it's his father, then we'll still say he's mishabed.
Yeah, that's a side halacha when it comes to the father. Even if he doesn't have any belongings, the Arev accepts upon himself, that's it. I don't know why nobody's asking me, what about Dvarim Shebelev in all this? The Arev meant it like this, he meant it like that, he's joking, but he said he's going to be Arev. It's Om Din of the Muchal. Okay. Even though if that's the pshat, but we have to say it out. We have to be mazmer. Mutabak tzena. Lebar Marv the Ksuba, Dafagav, this exactly. This pshat shouldn't be Dvarim Shebelev. Very good. Lebar Marv the Ksuba, Dafagav the Islay Loy Mishtabed. Besides the Arv of Ksuba, as we just said, even if he has the Chasim, it's not sure. My taima mitzvika avid veloy midi chasrei. People are doing mitzvahs. He led a life for these mitzvahs, and he didn't cause a loss. It goes a lot. As we know, a woman needs to get married. She wants to get married more than anything. Shidduch crisis, you're doing a mitzvah. Zog the Gemara.
That's why we do a kinyan the tsunami.
Yeah.
Because I think
binds the. Oh, you're going back to your Arev business. I thought it binds the chasen and they can't run away.
No.
You're trying to bind the Arev. Okay? 7 minutes. What?
Spoke about Benji.
Yeah.
He got engaged this day 50 years ago.
Today?
I just found invitations to the engagement party.
In your Gemara? Wow.
50 years.
Mazel tov, Benji. Benji does watch sometimes. So anyways, what do we have in the Mishnah? In the Mishnah...
Still can withhold important information from a shidduch.
No. So that's how... Ayin and Chavetz Chaim, what you could and what you can't. People are not so makbid on it. The guy is in and out of the mental institution. No, he's a great guy. You know, it's like the Chavetz Chaim says it's talk Lashon Hara. Fine. But we learned in the Mishnah that if somebody donated everything of his to Hegdish, or if there's an Arev, those are the two cases where we're concerned about Knunya. We're concerned that the husband's going to get divorced just to pick up the ksuba. Says the Gemara, third case. Ahu gaver des abninu lenichsei. He sold everything. He didn't give it to Hegdish, and there's no Arev. He sold everything. Because Garshal Dvesu, and then he divorced his wife. Shachar Rabbeinu Berei the Rav Lakamei the Rapapa, Arev Tnan, Hegdish Tnan. It says already two cases. Lekech Mahu Amalei Tani Kiruchlo Nechash Venezel. He's kind of mad at him. Well, you think the Tani is going to say all the cases in the world? It gives you a few examples. He gave it away to Hegdish. There's an Arev. There's other people involved. So there's another case where there's other people involved. All Znechasim went to Reuven, who bought it from him. However, Nardoy Amri, this not Loitna, whatever's in the Mishnah is in the Mishnah, but selling is not in the Mishnah. And the Gemara is going to explain. It only makes sense that selling should be like giving to Hegdish. We have to be concerned for Hegdish. We have to protect Hegdish. So we say, listen, make a shvua, make a neder, you're never going to marry this woman. You got to protect Hegdish. He did a mitzvah, this guy. He's enabling these people to get married, and he didn't, there's nothing missing over here. He didn't take anything away from the woman. Everybody knows that when you get married, you owe your wife money. And that comes before, I want to say that word, it was too fancy. He should be careful. We don't have to worry about him. We have to worry about Hegdish. Everybody should worry about themselves and not buy things that they shouldn't be buying. Zog the Mishnah. First, this guy went and divorces his wife. Then he does. He already divorced her. He was already chayv to his wife. And then he goes and he's magdish it. So you would think it's not a Hegdish, which is not a Hegdish. It's mamish not a Hegdish. Nevertheless, there's a halacha. She can't walk into the Beis HaMikdash and say, you know what, my husband had no right doing this, my ex. She pulls out a whole suitcase of stuff and walks away without anything. You can't do that. People don't know, they don't see, they all they see, they observe a woman walking into the Beis HaMikdash, removing objects from the Beis HaMikdash. That's a no-no. So what happens? The husband that had no right to do this, he has to walk over to Hegdish, give nothing, literally the smallest coin, dump it in the pushka, walk away with the suitcase, and then everybody's going to be okay. Then they see a guy put money in, he took his stuff out, and everything is good. But the woman can't do that without paying, and she shouldn't do it bichlal. It should be yes. It has to be the husband, because he's the guy that shouldn't have given it. He's the guy that has to take it out. As we're going to see in the Gemara, there's a big nafkemina according to one man the Omar, if what you give Hegdish could pay back the chayv or not. If it only pays, let's say, imagine a guy gives a loan, $1 million loan, and the Arev, let's say, has in his possession, he has a box of matches at home. That's it. You think he's thinking about this box of matches? He has $1 million chayv. He doesn't care about the matches. So are the matches his? No, he doesn't care about them. So at what point does it change to his to not his? That's the machlokes here. We're going to see in the Gemara. So he was magdish 90, but he owes 100. So what does he do? Moisev oy dinner. But the guy has nothing. The guy took all his belongings, gave it to Hegdish. So where does he get a dinner from? He goes back to the Malva and says, look, in order for me to get everything out, I need another 10. So just lend me another 10, and then you'll get 100. So he's moisiv on his chayv. He doesn't have to go to the Malva. You go to anybody. Who in their right mind is going to give this guy money? He's penniless. But this guy has what to gain. Says the Gemara, why does he have to give money?
10 in relation to 100. It's 10 pence in relation to $100.
It's a nothing, you're saying. Yeah, it's nothing. Okay, got it. Okay, not 10%, 1%.
1%.
Why does the guy even have to give money to Hegdish? It shouldn't look like somebody walks into Beis Hamikdash and didn't pay and walks out with something. Says the Gemara, so what's this whole sugya? The Sanyo, Rabbi Shimon Gamliel Omer, if you could pay back the entire thing, great. But if only pays back a partial amount, you don't take it out of Hegdish. Rabbanon ad kama. But everybody agrees to this concept. Because at the end of the day, as Rashi explains, the Machlekes Rishonim how to learn it. But according to Rashi, it's just a svara. He didn't have in mind whatever is left over. He wants his full amount. But if it's $1 million and it's $900,000, he doesn't care about the 900. Of course he cares about the 900. So at what point does he say, no, I don't want that? That's not mine. $10,000, it's all relative. Says the Gemara, 50%. 50% makes sense that he still has his mind and on that money according to Rabbanon, and according to Gamliel, it's 99%. Anything less than 100%, he doesn't. It's all or nothing. Exactly. So you do this Mishnah? Yeah. Let's go. Even though it's okay, fine. It's an easy Mishnah. So last parak we had that if a guy says Erki Olai or Erki Olai, so now he owes money to the Beis Hamikdash, the Bedek HaBayis. I don't have. Sorry, I don't have. So the Gizber of Bedek HaBayis goes into the guy's house and starts removing stuff. First he takes out the washing machine, one thing at a time. Says the Mishnah Mardik thing. You can't just take everything. Yeah, you can't leave the guy without anything. You have to leave him food for 30 days. And Rashi says in all these things, if he doesn't have literally food in his refrigerator, you leave him cash for food for 30 days. And clothing for 12 months. Mita mutzas, a nice bed with linen, visandolov, and shoes, utfilov, and his tefillin. Here's what's going to make people crazy. We don't care about his children. They could all starve. There's a pasuk that says we have to be concerned about the guy, and the pasuk doesn't say anything about his children and his wife, so unfortunately they're left out of this. If he's a working fellow, what? People used to work in those days. What?
It says
Im. Okay, if he's a sheged and he's working, so the guy has 2 saws, 2 hammers, he gets 2 of each, 1 for a backup. 2 planes, and 2 saws. This is the famous Rebbe Lezer we had earlier. They give him his tractor or his animals. And Rebbe Lezer said, and if a person has a ship, we give him his yacht. Unbelievable. $10 million yacht, but he has no money to give Hegdish. If he has 3 hammers and 1 screwdriver, we don't buy him a second screwdriver. We only leave him with what he has, and the Gemara is going to say a beautiful pshat, what the chiddush is. And then we just leave him with what he has from the 1 screwdriver. Hamagdish nechosov malam leitfilov, says the Mishnah that when you magdish everything you own, it goes, your tefillin go to Hegdish. It goes to Hegdish. Just we allow you to redeem it from Hegdish so you can wear tefillin. Have a great day.